Hey guys, how's it going? Shay from That Student Love Australia. Now in today's video, I'm going to give you guys some really practical tips so that you can drastically improve your chances of getting your dream job. Okay, so if you're like myself and a few other people I know, we all probably have a couple of companies or a couple of career positions that we'd really like to get to one day. And they're probably with some of the most prestigious firms or prestigious companies that get a lot of applicants, so it's really hard to know what to do or to actually even get a job there because there's just so much competition. How do you differentiate yourself? How do you make yourself stand out, and how do you get those jobs? I'm going to teach you guys a few things that I've applied and that I've actually learnt from people who are in the jobs that I want later on, those really sought after ones, and there's a few specific things you can do to improve your chances. Okay, so the first thing you've probably seen coming, and that is grades. A lot of these firms, they have heaps of people apply, obviously, so they usually have restrictions on grades in terms of what you need to have grade-wise to actually even just be looked at all in the process. So a lot of firms will have, if you don't have a credit or above average GPA at university, you can't even apply here, or if you don't have a distinction above or whatever, you probably won't have a competitive edge. Those sort of things, they're pretty tangible. You can know about them usually from the company's website, but you need to keep that up. That's pretty simple, and it's just assumed. Obviously, if they're going to get 1,000 resumes, they're going to want to talk to the top few hundred people in terms of grades. It's just an easy way for them to cut down the amount of applicants they've got to look through. So keep your grades up to the necessary requirement. Second, getting a little bit more complicated and a little bit less straightforward would be extracurricular activities and volunteering work. So these things are usually what you're going to have second on your resume behind your marks and the degree that you're doing. So pretty much work experience and volunteering. So if you're in high school, this is really easy because your high school probably has a fair few activities that go on every year that you could be a part of. St Vincent de Paul, or night care van feeding the homeless, that stuff that we had at my high school. Volunteering, school captain, all that stuff, easy at high school. At university, you've got to chase it a little bit more. So, for example, I study law, so the one thing you could do is volunteer in all the legal competitions like the mock trials and the client interviewing. Or for finance or something, there is obviously the Business Commerce Association. You could try and volunteer with them, help them do their annual events, maybe get on their board of directors or something like that. Those things really help. They show that you obviously are passionate about the subject which you'll end up working in, and they show that you can actually put in effort, be selfless, and actually work in that area when it's not even about money. So, volunteering through charity drives or sausage sizzles for your law school's law society, or physiotherapy society or medical school society, all that sort of stuff really helps. Maybe you can pioneer a study skills group at your university, like maybe you can have a tutoring system for volunteers so that it helps people in your degree out in the younger years or something. These things are all going to look really good on your resume. They're going to make you stand out. So volunteering, work experience in that field, all sorts of charity work, all that stuff you do outside of the classroom, that really makes you look good on an application because it makes it look like you really care about the subject, you really care about the industry, and that even when you're not forced to, you'll still put in the time. Okay, so this next tip has really helped me. If you do any of these things, I would definitely say this is an important one because it'll help you specifically to whatever you're looking at. Now, if you guys haven't heard of it, there is a website called LinkedIn. And basically, LinkedIn is the Facebook version for people in business, for people who are in careers, or people in a given industry. If you are anyone in any industry, you've definitely got a LinkedIn page. The CEOs of all the big companies have LinkedIn pages. All the workers at all these big companies have LinkedIn pages. It helps them develop their career, but it also helps us, students, or people who want to get into a certain career, ask them how they got there. So basically, what I've done in the last few months is set up a LinkedIn account, made it look as best as I could with, pretty much it's LinkedIn, essentially your profile is your resume. So I've made it look as best I can, got a decent photo for it, all that sort of stuff. And what I've done is I've put in obviously the University of Newcastle, and then I've gone and followed all of the companies' LinkedIn accounts that I want to work for. So, Macquarie Bank, all the top tier law firms, all the top tier finance firms, Combank, all that sort of stuff, those name brands. And basically, when you go on their page in LinkedIn, it tells you how many people from your university now work at this company, and it also tells you exactly who they are. So basically, what I have done is I have gone on, say, a top tier law firm, and I have seen, okay, 8 people from University of Newcastle work at this law firm. I've found who they are, I've connected with them on LinkedIn, and really politely, I've just messaged them randomly, don't even know them, randomly messaged them and said, hey, how's it going? I'm a student at the University of Newcastle, just like you were, and pretty much I'd like to get into the field that you're in, specifically the company that you're in looks really awesome. Just wondering, for a second year student, what would you advise that I do so that I can one day get into the job that you have? And you'd be surprised how amazing people are when you ask them questions like that, because they usually want to pay it forward, and they've been there themselves, so they really want to help you out. So, I've had random strangers on LinkedIn who are in positions that I really want to be in 5-10 years time, write me like paragraphs and paragraphs of specific tips that I would have never thought of or had access to anywhere else as to how to get a job at a top tier law firm or a top tier finance firm. So I would 100% suggest that. If you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a physio, if you want to be an entrepreneur, whatever you want to do, you can go on LinkedIn, find out who are the people who are important in those companies you want to work for, or those jobs you want, connect with them and ask them a question. Ask them how they got there, ask them what you should do to get there as well. Worst thing they could do is just not reply or say, I don't have any tips for you. Best thing they could do is reply with paragraphs like I've had, or could say, hey, come get a coffee if you want to talk about it more, or offer you some work experience. You've got nothing to lose. So hit these people up, because they are invaluable, because they are actually there. I mean, there's a lot of people who haven't been there that might tell you to do this, that, or the other, or this, that, and the other is important. But those people who have actually got the jobs, who are in the companies you want to work for, they've been there, they've done it, they know what's true, they know what's not true, so you need to get in contact with them. Alright guys, so basically the last thing I want to talk about is obviously job interview performance and communication skills, because that is like the final step to getting a job at all of these places. So pretty much everywhere would have some sort of application progress, where you send in, obviously your resume, your CV, all that sort of stuff, maybe go through a questionnaire, and they'll filter you through, and if you get through to an interview stage, you'll probably be sitting in front of a panel of a few people, important people within that company, and they'll decide whether, I guess, you've got what it takes, or whether you fit the bill on a communication-wise and on like more of a personal level. So, you need to, obviously, to get a job at these firms, you need to be a pretty good talker. You need to be able to have a conversation with people, you need to be able to relate to people, and you need to be able to explain, why you're a good fit for a company, or why you're valuable to a company. So, that's a pretty easy thing to do once you've had practice. So, for example, I would say just work on your basic communication skills. Learn how to talk to people. Learn how to talk to your professors. Learn how to, go to career events at your university or your high school, and just walk up to random people and say, hey, how you going? I'm Shay, nice to meet you. I really liked the speech, or something like that. You know what I mean? Just start learning how to talk to people. Learn how to relate to people that you've only met 5 minutes ago. Learn how to express yourself clearly, and to make yourself come off as quite a good candidate. So those skills are stuff you can build over and over again in the years, just with your friends, colleagues, peers, teachers, all that sort of stuff. Okay guys, well I hope you enjoyed that video. There's a couple of very tangible tips there. So basically, as I said, you've got to have grades, you've got to have some extracurricular or work experience sort of stuff, volunteering, whatever it is. If it's in the industry that you want to go into, that helps even more. And also, you're really going to want to try and connect with some people who are in the jobs that you want. You need to ask them specifically what they did, how they got there, and if you're lucky, maybe you can ask them if they wouldn't mind having a cup of coffee with you and explaining it in person, or maybe they wouldn't mind you coming in for some work experience. All that sort of stuff. Mix that in with some good personal skills, some good interview skills, and you are going to be ready to go. You're going to be in a prime position to get a job that you really want, your dream job at all these big firms or wherever these really hard to get jobs are. You're going to be in a great position. So start now. Doesn't matter if you're in year 10, year 11, year 12, first year, second year uni, fifth year uni. You can start right now today by doing the things that I mentioned in this video. So start doing them, improve your chances. It's never too late, and just do it. All right, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you later.